I'm happy to report to the Rivian investors that I believe price has bottomed. Um, More so for the particular reason price has now definitively closed above the $15 level on the weekly chart um, decisively. So if we look at the $15 level, that was a huge resistance level, which was one support but became resistance. Um, Prices did uh, close or breach the level multiple times, but sellers just kept pushing down price until last week when we finally closed above the $15 level. So that's really, really, really bullish. Also on the weekly chart, you can see that the moving averages 13 and 26 are now um, leveling out, and the 13 is about to cross over the 26. Now, with this huge pump from 13 to roughly 21, rightfully so, price is pulling back. But from a technical standpoint, if you look to the left, you do have sellers in this 20 to 22 range, which makes sense. However, I think uh, the momentum is to the upside at this point, as we did form a large base that took several months to form, and now we're getting that breakout to the upside. Um, um, but it's just not a technical story, it is a fundamental story as well. Let's get into the article before we continue to analyze the chart. This article is coming from Investor Business Daily. So recently, Rivian reported deliveries of 12.6 in the second quarter. Um, Wall Street was looking for 11K straight. And the automaker did reiterate that the target for 2023 was 50,000 deliveries. They also announced some news back on June 20th that they will be joining the other or their other competitors and joining the Tesla supercharged network. That was seen as a positive, as it gives Rivian access drivers to extra charging stations. However, what's important to note that Rivian is a new EV company, so they're not making any money as of yet. Um, as I mentioned, the company expects to make 50,000 cars this year, but Wall Street was looking for 60K. Nevertheless, that's still a double from last year. Rivian has been hampered by multiple production issues, mainly at the factory in Illinois. Um, and this issue has been going on for the last roughly year and a half. And this might be a turn off to prospective customers as they may turn to their competitors to get their EV vehicle. Again, Rivian's not profitable, so they've been trying to cut costs, as all companies have been in this increasing interest rate environment. Um, on December 12th, the company was planning on starting to build a commercial van in Europe with Mercedes-Benz, but they put that on hold just to pursue, I guess, other ventures that made more sense to the company's vision and sustainability. They also had a recall back in October, 13,000 vehicles to fix a steering defect. There was a loosening fastener causing steering wheel to become loose. Now, Rivian was not immune to the pandemic issues, particularly supply chain issues that still continue to hamper companies around the world. In particular, there was a global chip shortage. Because of interest rates, we've seen the cost of commodities go up. In Rivian's case, cost of metals, lithium, nickel, aluminum, cobalt, all needed to make the batteries for the EVs. Oil prices, you think that would be good for the EV makers, but that just increases the freight charges and raw material cost. So as a result, again, Rivian has had to look other ways to cut costs. They did lay off about 5% of their workforce, which amounted to roughly 14,000 employees. Um, in terms of models, they're streamlining their available models to the public. They did pull the plug on their less expensive R1S electric SUV. Now, in a different move, Rivian did hike their price on the R1T electric pickup. And I say different because we've seen Tesla reduce their prices on their models roughly 4 to 6 times this past year. We've seen other companies do the same just to kind of stay with the competition. The unfortunate part is that Rivian models won't qualify for the EV tax credit, so that is one strike against Rivian in terms of potential customers. As if you are in the EV market, you want to look at getting a car that's going to give you some money back, at least from the government. All right. With that said, one thing to note again, they are, although they're not profitable, they are making cars, unlike Lucid Motors, right? And what they have on their side is Amazon's backing. Amazon owns roughly 20% of Rivian, and that was a strategic business move for Amazon. Rivian is scheduled to make roughly 100,000 vans for Amazon. So that income will come in, hopefully, and buy Rivian time to become profitable, to get that to that economy of scales needed to grow the business. All right, so let's get back to the charts. Let's go to the daily chart, and what you can see is that after this huge momentum leg up, price did hit the 200-day moving average. I did a short yesterday on this, saying that that was a dynamic resistance area. We are pulling back now. We are roughly $8 lower from the $21 level. Now, I did mention that probably in a previous video that you have two targets to the upside. First target is going to be the $25 level, where that was some resistance on the monthly chart back in June and July of last year. And this is a Wall Street Analysts target of $40. And I like that target because once you get above the $25 level, there's really nothing stopping price from getting to the $40 level. Let's go down to the weekly chart just to be sure. Yeah, you get through this selling pressure, which is on the upside, $22. There's nothing stopping price from getting to that next target at $40, Wall Street's target. So there you have it. Again, Rivian has bottomed, and it appears that it's a buying opportunity on pullbacks to take it higher. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, please. Like the video.